Japan's forestry agency has collected cedar cones in Fukushima Prefecture to test for radioactive cesium ahead of pollen season. It found that radioactivity from airborne pollen will not pose a health hazard. Cones from 87 locations were collected from late November to early December. Officials detected extremely high radiation levels of 253,000 becquerels per kilogram in cones from the town of Namie. That's in the no-entry zone about 11 kilometers from the crippled Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant. 29 other locations saw levels exceed 10,000 becquerels. But the agency says if people are exposed to the pollen of these cones for 4 months, they would breathe in only about a half a microsievert of radiation. The agency points out that this is only about 10 times what a person would be exposed to from a normal background radiation in central Tokyo.
Well, the Agriculture Ministry has decided to buy up all the rice in those districts. The ban was imposed after radiation tests showed rice recorded levels above 500 becquerels per kilogram. Since then, the government has tightened its safety standards, lowering the level to 100 becquerels per kilogram. The ministry says it will buy up all the rice in the 8 districts, as well as any other crops shown to be contaminated under the new standard. The ministry will ask Tokyo Electric Power Company, the operator of the Fukushima plant, to pick up the bill. It estimates that it will have to buy about 4,000 tons of contaminated rice.
Tokyo Electric Power Company says it will use an industrial endoscope to study the inside of a damaged reactor at the Fukushima nuclear power plant. The utility says the 10-meter-long, 8-millimeter-wide device will be deployed from next month. It plans to measure temperatures and other conditions inside the containment vessel at the number 2 reactor. The endoscopy will provide the first opportunity to see the inside of a containment vessel at the plant since nuclear fuel melted down in March. The nuclear fuel is believed to have melted through the wall of the pressure vessels and accumulated on the bottom of the containment vessels. The government announced on December 16th that all reactors have been brought under control, but there is little information on the conditions inside the reactor's containment vessels. A face-off is brewing between Fukushima Prefecture and Tokyo Electric Power Company over decommissioning its nuclear plants in the region. Governor Yuhei Sato met with TEPCO President Toshio Nishizawa in Fukushima. It was their first meeting since Nishizawa assumed the president's post in June. Governor Sato explained the prefecture's intention to request all nuclear plants in Fukushima be shut down. He said Fukushima hopes to build a society which doesn't rely on nuclear power. He added that many children have been forced to evacuate their homes since the nuclear accident. The governor urged Nishizawa to think deeply about the current hardship of the Fukushima people. During the meeting, Nishizawa had no comment on the decommissioning issue.
A utility in Japan has shut down another nuclear power plant. 48 of Japan's 54 reactors have now been taken offline. Kyushu Electric Power Company stopped the number 4 reactor at its Genkai plant for a 4-month inspection. Spokespersons say all of the utility's 6 reactors in Kyushu, southwestern Japan, are now out of operation. The utility is trying to avoid possible power shortages. It's calling on businesses and homes in the region to cut consumption by more than 5% over last year.
An electric power company in Japan is urging people to use less electricity this winter. It's trying to avoid a power shortage while all of its nuclear reactors are offline. Kyushu Electric Power Company shut down its only operating nuclear reactor for a regular inspection. The company is calling on homes and businesses to use at least 5% less power than they used last winter.
I guess I'll have to do it.
I'll try to keep things switched off. I'm not sure how much I'll have to do to save 5%, but I'll do what I can.
The city of Fukuoka is aiming for a 10% power saving. It's limiting the use of elevators and copiers at City Hall. The power company wants people to keep on saving electricity until February.